Hey, great day. Jerisha Hawk here. Doing a quick video to really address the question of what is the real reason that you haven't been able to convert a four-figure client. Or maybe you haven't been able to convert those four-figure clients consistently. Maybe you don't know what you could sell, or maybe you're unsure if you have an offer in you that would be of value to be priced at $1,500 or more. Maybe you don't think your niche or your current audience would be able to respond, and actually pay for that type of service, to work with you. And if you've thought any one of those things, let me know, or if you've said any of those things out loud in the comments, let me know which one of those things most resonated with you, because I'm here to just offer you another perspective. One of the main reasons, the real reasons why you haven't been able to sell a four-figure service yet is because really a lot would just to do with your own internal fear and doubt. The fear of not being able to fully see the value in the service that you provide, because it comes so easy to you. It's so simple for you to do it. You don't think that somebody else would be able to see the value, or you haven't yet figured out how to communicate the value of the offer so somebody else gets it. And one thing I do want to remind you of is that what is simple to you is somebody else's struggle. But you might be afraid that nobody will pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 to work with you. Or you may be thinking that your audience isn't big enough yet, or that no one knows you yet. You're not popular enough yet, or you don't have the celebrity status to offer a higher ticket, service. And let me be the first to tell you, okay? When I didn't have an audience outside of my old college friends and my cousins and my aunties and my family on Facebook when I first got started. And I still do not have a huge audience. I'm not getting millions of downloads on my podcasts. I don't have some gigantic email list that I have, accessible and available to me. I don't even write blog posts, so there's not a huge influx of people visiting my website every day. But by focusing on a high ticket offer from the beginning, I was able to convert, those four-figure clients and replace my corporate engineering salary before I even quit my job. And this is also available to you. You don't need to have a huge audience. You don't need to be wildly popular, and you don't need all of these things to move into the high ticket space. But you do need to make three decisions. And the first decision that you need to make is to decide that you're actually ready to flip the funnel and implement a simpler way for you, a simpler business model for you to execute and actually offer a high ticket service. You may feel this fear or feel this resistance that, you don't know if you're going to be able to find them. And regardless of all the how-tos, we'll talk about what to do in a minute for that. But you first have to just decide that, what, I'm going to go all in. Even though I feel a little bit afraid about offering a high ticket service, I'm deciding that that's how I want to move forward. And that's the direction that I want to take my business. And that might mean pivoting from what you're currently doing, but that's a good thing. Second, you need to focus less on what service you could provide and get clear on the problem that you will be solving. And this is really, really huge. Because a lot of the time I know students, before they start working with me and enroll in services that sell, they're, what, Jay, but I don't know. I haven't figured out all the features yet. I haven't decided if I want to do one-on-one or if I want to do group coaching, or if I want to do in-person events, or if I want to do VIP days. I don't know all the things. And all those things, they're important, but they're not the most critical thing that actually gets people to pay. People pay for the problem that you are solving to them and how well you're able to articulate what result that you can help them get. So before we even worry about how many worksheets you need to make or how you're going to deliver the service or any of those other things, you need to get very clear on what problem that you will be solving. Because ultimately, that is the thing people are willing to pay four figures for. When you're able to, specify a specific problem. I don't mean you offering any problem under the sun to everybody and their mama. I mean solving one problem for one type of person. And the third decision that you have to make is that deciding that you actually need to follow a framework and trust the process. By making this move, you are evolving beyond your current circumstances, right? You're stepping outside of your known territory of how you've currently been doing and building your business. Maybe you haven't started yet at all. You've been in creation mode where you're building your website and creating all these things, but you haven't got around to actually doing the thing you want to be doing, converting clients. Or maybe you've been just kind of, taking any client that would come your way and saying yes, even though it really doesn't light you up. because you've been doing things that way, it's time that you have to, make an adjustment and do things differently. And the best way for you to set yourself up to be successful in going down this new path of evolving your business model is to follow a framework and to trust that process. So the third decision that you have to make is to follow a great guide to assist you every step of the way. And if you want to follow the same process that I used to build a multi-six-figure business, and the same process hundreds of other service providers have used to create and sell their own four-figure service consistently, I invite you to click somewhere around this video and register for my crash course training on how to create and sell a signature service. This framework, regardless of what service-based niche you are in, is something that may be able to help you. Like this framework, and students who've enrolled in services that sell have been a wide variety of service-based business owners. They've been coaches, consultants, lawyers, accountants, freelancers, they've been beauticians, they've been real estate agents and therapists, you name it. If you're interested in following a simple process, one that you can manage, and one that you actually not just understand, but have the capacity to fully implement, and you are ready to actually offer a four-figure service, I invite you to check out my masterclass training. Like I mentioned before, just click the link somewhere around this video to register, and I will see you there.